Hello, everybody. How's it going? Stabag coming back at you. I'm doing a little Blu-ray update, as it were. Instead of, I feel like I've talked about some of these before already, but I'm not sure if I have. And I'm going to go on the assumption that I haven't. So I know there are some here that I haven't talked about. So, yeah. Anyways. We're just going to go for it. We're just going to start. I got quite a few things in the last actually, in the last month. And some of them I got for Christmas, and then others I just got for a good deal. So anyways, start off with, I got Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure on Blu-ray. This, I believe, was $5. As you can see, it's in the, standard Blu-ray case. It's got some special features, that's nice. But yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What I want to know now is, when's Bogus Journey coming onto Blu-ray? Whenever it does, I will be ready to buy it. I have it on DVD still, so there's that. This one I believe I got for $4.75, Tommy Boy. I haven't seen this movie in years, but it was one of my favorite movies growing up as a fat kid. I don't know, Chris Farley's just a hilarious guy, and kind of tried to emulate him a little bit as I was growing up in terms of, being a funny guy. A lot of people who are big like me end up trying to be funny because they need something, to entice people to find them interesting. And I guess maybe I am a little funny, I don't know. But regardless, I'm glad that nowadays I don't rely on that or anything like that. And it really sucks that Chris Farley died when he did. I mean, it was just shitty the way it happened. Anyways, Chris Farley, David Spade. David Spade's still with us, so that's nice. Hilarious movie I haven't seen in years, but I want to see it again. So $4.75, and it's mine. Next up, well, I got the director's cut of Zodiac on Blu-ray. I can't remember if it was under $5 or $5 or it was something around there. Oof, sorry, I'm tired. But yes, as you can see, it's made up to look like the letter sent into the San Francisco Chronicle. And on the back here they have the special features written the word special features, the words there are, the special is written really special, real special. But yeah, this is a fantastic movie. For me, it kind of put David Fincher on the map, and I absolutely love it. It's really long. That's the only thing I can say that's kind of a complaint. It's over 2 hours long, but it's also really good and memorable. So, yeah, worth it. Worth the time that you put into it. And now, just in case I have already talked about all these, I will talk about this one again and then go on to the new stuff that you haven't seen yet. Anyways. Next up we have How to Train Your Dragon 2. Got this for Christmas, and still haven't watched it yet, but I have seen the first movie in the series, so might as well have the second one so that I can check that one out. As I understand, it is a very good movie. It definitely looked very good, and I considered going to see it once or twice back in 2014. I just didn't have the time or money or energy when it was out. So anyways, Now that we've got those out of the way, let's go on to the ones that are entirely new. Alright, so first up we have Fading Gigolo. Got this one for $5. Very good price on this one because I believe previously it had only been like $14 or $15 on sale. So really good deal. And what's really nice about this movie in particular is that not only does it star Woody Allen and of course John Turturro, but it's just an amazing movie, like a really great story. First of all, an amazing movie with an amazing cast, and the cinematography in particular in this movie is just fantastic. There was a scene in this movie that was so amazing that I literally made it like my wallpaper on my desktop for a good month or two after seeing this. It was that good. It was absolutely mind-blowingly good. In terms of like romantic comedies, it's a really good romantic comedy, and honestly, in some ways, it kind of reminds me of the romantic comedies from the '80s by Laura Ephron, and then like When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, Moonstruck, the other like really good romantic comedies that I love. It kind of reminds me of that in a lot of respects, but in other respects, it feels very much like a Coen Brothers movie, which is not entirely too surprising because John Turturro, of course, has starred in and worked with the Coen Brothers before. Maybe he picked some of that stuff up. And what you might not realize about this movie right here is that it was actually directed by John Turturro. So it's got this light and airy feel to it for a story that is like, if like the actual subject is anything but light and airy, it's a little risque. And regardless, it just it feels so real because they take something that in our culture is typically seen as risque and they make it like normal for these people in this movie. And honestly, I didn't have a problem with that at all. Like you're looking at the title thinking Fading Gigolo. Oh no, oh god, is this going to be... And maybe to a little bit of a certain extent, there is a little bit of like nudity and stuff like that in the movie, but it's not necessarily about that. It's not necessarily all about the sex or anything like that. It's definitely more of a romantic comedy in the vein of the ones that I've already discussed. So yeah, if you haven't seen this movie already, you owe it to yourself to check it out. I got it for $5, and I'm happy with that. It's on Netflix, to my recollection. It was when I saw it the first time. That's how I saw it, I believe. And anyways, you can check it out on Netflix for free. And then, like, if you're like me, you'll see it on Netflix, and then you go buy the Blu-ray because, it's... I'm somebody who collects movies. I see a movie that I like, and I want to own it. I don't want to rely on Netflix to keep it on their queue for me. I want to own it and have it on my shelf. Anyway, that was $5, and then the next two were $5.99. Grand Budapest Hotel. This is the first Wes Anderson movie that I've seen in a long time. And I actually saw it in theaters early last year when it came out in theaters. So I was really excited to see this movie when I heard about it coming out. When I saw the trailer for it, the trailer sold me on it. First of all, I knew okay, there are some really great actors starring in this movie. And then second, of course, I knew that it was Wes Anderson. And then third, it just like the style of it looked fucking fantastic. And it really was. It was quite a good movie. And I was very happy to have been able to see it in theaters. So imagine my shock when a few months after it comes out on Blu-ray, the price drops to $5.99. Yeah, I jumped on that. $5.99 on Blu-ray for Grand Budapest Hotel is a great deal. Next up, last but not least, another one that I watched with a friend last year, that I watched with Brandon for Project Flicks last year. We were actually really surprised because, you know, just based on the title alone and based on the premise alone, it didn't necessarily look like it was going to be a great movie. All Brandon was really hoping for was that it would be a little funny because, well, I won't get into why, but he was hoping that it would be a little funny and that he'd get a few chuckles out of it, essentially. And I was just hoping that it wouldn't be the same stupid new age comedy movie that I've seen a million times before and hated every single goddamn time. And we were both pleasantly surprised when we got a comedy movie that kind of borrows its, maybe not its concept, not its like plot or anything, but it borrows its humor, its style of humor, and the way that everything works out in the film. It just felt very much like a 90s or even like late 80s comedy film. I mean, when I was watching this, I was reminded and reminiscing about, I mean, like Beverly Hills Cop, and then, well, Tommy Boy, and movies like that. It really did feel like one of those late 80s or late 80s comedies or buddy cop comedies or early 90s or early to mid 90s, I should say, SNL based movies. It felt like that, and I really enjoyed that about it because it's been a long time since I've seen a movie that had that kind of style of humor to it. So, yes. What am I talking about? Let's Be Cops. Yep, I was shocked. I was absolutely surprised, floored that this movie was actually really good. And I was even more surprised when, just like with Grand Budapest Hotel, a few months after it comes out on Blu-ray, suddenly this is on sale for $5.99. So, of course, I couldn't say no to that. And it even came with the slipcover. Ooh, that's nothing really to write home about. It's your basic standard slipcover. But regardless, it was nice to see that it came with the slipcover. And, yeah, this is just probably one of the best comedies that I've seen in a long time, especially in the last few years. Well, of course, Damon Wayans Jr. and Jake Johnson, and lead a stellar cast including Andy Garcia, Nina Dobrev, and Keegan-Michael Key in a comedy so funny it's criminal. Oh my god, the only thing criminal is that fucking pun. Let's Be Cops, if you haven't given it a chance because you thought it was going to be one of those stupid comedy movies, it's just like every other comedy movie out there, and it's just boring and unfunny and bleh. Like, if you've not been giving it a chance because it just kind of looks like that, I highly recommend you give it a chance. It's actually very funny. I was shocked at how much I was laughing at that movie. So, yeah. Most of the jokes aren't stupid. Some of them are, but when they are, it almost feels like they know that the jokes are stupid, so it's not something that you should be taking seriously. But anyways, that'll do her. That'll do her for my Blu-ray update today, as I'm knocking around cans over here. What do I have to talk about from now on? What do I have to talk about next? Do I have anything to talk about? No. Wait. I almost forgot one thing to add on to my Blu-ray update. Lois and Clark, Adventures of Superman, Season 2 DVD. Now, if you've watched my DVD collection overview, you know that I had Season 1. Well, when I went to Big Lots and saw this for what equated to, after it's a discount, $6.40, I wasn't planning on picking it up, but when I saw it, I couldn't say no. So now I have both Season 1 and 2 of Lois and Clark, Adventures of Superman. And yes, it is of course in perfect condition because it's brand spanking new. So anyways, that, as they say, is that. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Peace.